Hi everyone. For my speech, I'm going to be talking about sexual violence in the entertainment industry and the public's response to it. Over the years, we've been seeing a huge increase in stories of rape allegations and sexual violence in the entertainment industry. Just to give you some background, last year, popular newspaper USA Today conducted a survey to see how prevalent sexual misconduct and violence is in the entertainment industry. 843 women participated in this survey, and the results show that 94% were subjected to some type of sexual misconduct during their time while working in Hollywood. For this speech, I looked at 3 cases of sexual abuse allegations in the entertainment industry that gained a lot of public attention. The first of those was Bill Cosby. This case has been circulating and causing a lot of controversy. Just to give you some background on the case, over 50 women had made allegations against Bill Cosby. Some of the allegations were decades old, ranging from the 1960s to 2008. Regardless of the numerous allegations against him, Bill Cosby was only convicted for for sexual assault and drugging of one woman, Andrea Constand, who she claimed he had drugged and raped her in 1973. Although there was not enough evidence to convict him on any of the other allegations, a former NBC employee admitted that he had paid off 8 people on Bill Cosby's behalf to stay quiet. Another case I looked at was that of R. Kelly. R. Kelly has faced backlash for years now in regards to the many allegations against him. He has faced over decades of allegations, with the first starting in 1994 when he married musician Aaliyah, who was only 15 at the time. R. Kelly supposedly knew about her age but married her anyway by falsifying the marriage documents. In 2000, R. Kelly was sued by a woman named Tiffany Hawkins, who was an aspiring musician that R. Kelly supposedly had sexual relations with when she was 15 and he was 24. The matter was resolved in a private settlement. Over the next several years, R. Kelly was accused of statutory rape, recording sexual encounters without consent, and several videos surfaced of R. Kelly having sex with underage girls. Most of these cases never went to trial and were resolved with private settlements. R. Kelly was also indicted on several counts of child pornography over the years. In 2017, BuzzFeed published an expose that investigated the idea that R. Kelly had 6 women who lived in his home and that he controlled in some type of an abusive cult. In 2019 is when the surviving R. Kelly docuseries came out on Lifetime. The Lifetime docuseries had more than 50 interviews by people who alleged that R. Kelly lured them into sexual relationships with him when they were still underage. In February, he was indicted on 10 counts of aggravated sexual assault against 4 women. 3 out of the 4 women were underage. This whole time, R. Kelly has maintained his stance, claiming that none of it is true and that he's innocent. Michael Jackson is another person that I looked at for my speech. Michael Jackson's allegations first started in 1993 with brothers Jordan and Evan Chandler. These 2 boys accused Michael Jackson of molesting them. In 2003 is when Michael Jackson was formally charged with child molestation. When police raided his Neverland Ranch, they found child pornography as well as various other things. The most damning evidence, though, was when the children testified against him. Gavin Arvizo and Martin Bashir, 2 children that frequented the Neverland Ranch and often slept in the same bed as Michael Jackson, also claimed that he showed them pornographic images and that he performed lewd acts in front of them. Michael Jackson's defense had lied and said that Arvizo's family were con artists and was all a ploy to get money from him, and Michael Jackson was acquitted of all charges after that. Years later, James Suffolk testified against Michael Jackson during his trial in 2003, claimed that he was coerced and threatened to testify, and that he was also abused by Michael Jackson. In 2019, a Leaving Neverland documentary came out on Sundance that detailed the sexual abuse by Michael Jackson against James Suffolk and a choreographer named Wade Robson. With the allegations against these 3 men, the public's response was very different. When it comes to stories like this in the media, the public's response can vary due to different reasons. One of the reasons could be the media source they choose to look at. The agenda-setting theory looks at how the media can affect the public's interpretation and opinion of certain situations. The agenda-setting theory is comprised of two separate parts. First, the media provides the facts and known information about the story. After that, they throw in their own opinions and try to sway the audience towards whatever opinion they favor. Three different media sources, in particular Fox News, CNN, and E!, all focused and reported on different aspects of the scandal involving Bill Cosby. A study conducted showed that some media outlets focused more on the victims and their testimonies, where others focused more on Bill Cosby's legacy and his impact on the community. Neutrality in the media is non-existent for reasons pertaining to things such as certain political ties that a news source might have. There are several reasons why sexual violence in the entertainment industry is so high. One reason in particular is the overuse and the misuse of NDAs. NDAs is an acronym for non-disclosure agreements. These agreements are in place essentially to ensure that people don't spread any information that they're exposed to in confidentiality. These agreements are supposedly used to protect the privacy of the person. The problem is that perpetrators can take advantage of that and use them to their advantage. Contracts not only keep victims from speaking out against their abuser, but they can also sometimes keep them in close proximity to them. There have been several cases of men and women being forced to still work with an abuser because they're contractually unable to talk about their experience or seek justice for any crimes committed against them. All too often, victims are being silenced by threats of retaliation or by being paid off. That's what's such a big problem by resolving these type of cases with private settlements. Without a victim being able to share their story, true justice is not being served. When it comes to cases like this that involve celebrities, their popularity and wealth can influence the way that the public views the situation. Not only are victims being silenced, but society justifies sexual violence by blaming or discrediting the victim's story. After hearing in detail the extent of these allegations against these people, it really makes you wonder, why does the public still support rapists just because they're famous? People defended Bill Cosby because he was America's TV dad. Some media sources even claim that by accusing Bill Cosby of such heinous crimes that they were destroying a legacy. People defended Michael Jackson because he was the king of pop and because he was so extremely talented. The unfortunate part is that while these things may be true, these people need to be held accountable for their actions. The Me Too movement has been a big step forward in spreading awareness of sexual violence. Coupled with the Me Too movement is the Time's Up movement. The Time's Up movement is designated to helping spread awareness of sexual violence and sexual misconduct in the workplace. Both the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement have helped give people the courage to talk about their experiences. Just by seeing how many people have actually participated in these movements and have shared their experiences can attest to the true number of people who actually go through these issues. The media coverage of these issues has sparked people's attention and has helped to shine a light on how big this issue is, especially in the entertainment industry. TV networks have done their part by making several documentaries detailing entertainment industry sexual abuse allegations. The Surviving R. Kelly docuseries on Lifetime has helped portray to the public just how many people R. Kelly had hurt during his time in the spotlight. Being able to put faces to the claims helped put it in perspective for a lot of people. With the recent media attention of the R. Kelly scandal, many venues have even canceled his tour dates and concerts, and some radio stations have stopped playing his music. With Bill Cosby's sexual assault allegations, TV networks have even started pulling The Cosby Show reruns off the air. By publicizing these issues and ostracizing the perpetrators, we as a society can work to prevent sexual abuse allegations in the entertainment industry. Thank you everyone for listening to my speech. I hope you had a great semester.